All right, your forecast may not have called for it, but today, everyone, you are going to get a little bit of rain. Ha 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 ha. It's me, I'm Rain. It's me, okay? So, today I want to play a little game called You've Done Something Done on the Internet, and I think you should probably backtrack heavily. To put it in the most comical of ways. And it's just because there's been so much going on lately that we've all been looking in so many different directions at so many different things that I just wanted to make this little thing, hopefully a little fun thing. That's kind of like here's a roundup of all the bullshit you've missed, right? So and I originally wanted to call this backtracking after bad ideas, but some of these people did not actually backtrack, and I just want to explain a little bit why they probably should. So, jumping right on into this, I want to go for a big dog on the pile who is what is oh my god, what is this child's name? The essentially the girly who faked being pregnant for Patreon clicks. I'm just gonna call her Caroline Cuntstar because I don't care what your fucking last name is. If you do this shit, you do this kind of shit, regardless of how old your ass is, because I'm 31. I understand that you're going to make a lot of really, really fucking dumb decisions when your brain hasn't finished folding. But you're an adult, and there's no way in hell that if anyone in your life even respected you, they would have told you to not do this shit, Caroline. And being someone that does have kids, both living and not alive, I don't take too kindly to people who bullshit around in this manner, you included. So Caroline was, as you can tell, did for whatever reason thought it would be a great idea to come back to the internet in the most quote unquote normal way ever by popping back up and saying, here's where, instead of just being like, hey guys, been gone for a while, been dealing with some stuff, come over to Patreon if you'd like to hear more about it. Like, that's something that's completely normal and reasonable, and just like, hey, little bit of a call to action. Just want to let you know I've been off the map. That's something that's fairly simple, fairly easy to do, and for the most part isn't harmful in any way. What is harmful is posting a decently acted fake pregnancy announcement as a way to say where you've been for the last year or whatever the hell. And then following it up a few days later with an equally fake my baby died video. Just kidding. Why don't you come over to Patreon and give me money? that That, sweetheart, is abnormal as hell. That's not normal. That is, in the nicest way putting it, that is fucking retarded. Don't do that. Don't do that shit. Like, for anybody else who's thinking like, man, she got so much fucking riz off this shit, B. Nah, nah. No, everybody hated that. Like, the only reason both of these videos have 700, like 650,000 and almost 400,000 views on each of them, and neither of those fucking numbers have moved in weeks. The reason those numbers haven't moved in weeks is because the only people who watched this shit was the base fan base who was actually interested in hearing about a creator that they liked, who mysteriously disappeared and came back to the internet. And then you have everyone else who was either fucking hate watching it or watching it to get evidence. I'm not gonna go watch that shit, baby. I'm not gonna get that girl no view. I've seen it. I've seen the video because it's crazy because a combined less than 10 minutes of words literally pissed off the entire internet, and everyone was just like, yeah, nah, go away. And I don't think she's apologized at all. I think like there may have been somewhere somebody posted like if I can find like a screenshot or something, I'll put it in here. But I think there was like a Patreon post or something like that where she was like, I'm not apologizing, I have nothing to apologize for. And it's just like, yeah, but you should. If you weren't arrogant, you would apologize. If you weren't arrogant and thinking that what you did was perfectly fine, hint it wasn't, so many people dislike that shit. And sure, a small minority might defend you and say, no, no, it's fine, it's fine. I can assure you, it is in fact not fine. You don't joke about that shit. You especially don't joke about that shit when you're going to fucking e-bag, okay? Like, there's other reasons on that you can, like, give for just like any kind of like actual comedic bit that you want to commit to in order to explain what's been going on in your life, whether it's been hard or not. But like this, that was not it. That was not it, Chief, and you absolutely know why it was not, and that's why everyone is like, good, stay gone. Please do not post anymore. Definitely someone who should have backtracked and apologized. And at the time of recording, there's, like I said, I don't think there's apology. I think she's kind of sticking to her guns, but I don't really think she hasn't made anything else on her main YouTube channel. So definitely, I'm gonna write this down. It's just like, should apologize. Cause good lord, what? My God, to e-bag out of all things, like, and not like, ugh. I hope you grow up and realize the mistake you made, because it absolutely will come back to bite you in the ass. Now, moving on to our next absolute fucking cretin that should apologize and or stay gone off the internet is someone I didn't know existed until December, who is a James Somerton. What an absolute fucking tool. An actual thieving asshole who stole other people's work and claimed it as his own because of some weird ass superiority complex, which is very interesting. The fact that it keeps coming, this weird, annoying, head on their ass, arrogant attitude keeps coming from these, like, these same kind of greasy looking mustache quote unquote leftists who wind up being some of the just worst people ever, who while also like claiming like a moral superiority and shit like that. Like, ugh, you people are so fucking gross. Like, and as someone who admittedly considers himself a leftist, a socialist, like someone who would like to see the public do more for each other, to see more communities built and maintained and brought together. I'm not really good at really speaking that, so to speak, which is why I'm exactly here. And it's people like this who fucking infiltrate and grift the fuck out of this shit and act like it's just it astounds me. It astounds me that you don't even have the fucking brain cells to be able to make the shit that you steal and then have the nerve to still think that you're better than everyone. Seek therapy, you absolute like you just gigantic narcissistic dickhead. Like and like you are barely liked as a human being, and it's just like, I'm so above you. And it's like, oh, are you now? Well, let's let's see you prove it then, fucko. Like, I ugh. Anyways, a couple days ago I watched a video from the very lovely Rebecca Watson. Um, Definitely recommend following her channel and the content that she makes because it's great. I enjoy her I enjoy her dry attitude and sarcasm and the fact that it's just like, this is so stupid. why am I even having to talk about this? It astounds me that adults act like this. Like man, I resonate with her tremendously. Like anyways, I watched the video from Rebecca about the title literally is James Somerton and the Science of Self-Harm is Abuse, where she goes over the fact that James Somerton tried to fake his death, and like not even like wholeheartedly fake it, half-ass faked his death, and then was like literally horny posting on an alt account like within hours of him pretending to be dead, and then being so up his own ass that he started posting his face on TikTok with a filter that quote unquote makes you hot. And like yeah, just like not giving a shit. And like I don't know if he apologized afterwards, but it like honestly, who cares? Who absolutely cares? I think you need to just, pick up an application, cuz wow, what an absolute dog shit person. Like just the bottom rung of people in general. Like you can't even like you stole from other people, stole their works, claimed it as your own, claimed yourself better, and then pretended to kill yourself and then act like nothing happened. Like on a slightly different corner of the internet. What what an absolute unserious troglodyte, a literal fucking troll, an absolute like just dumpster dwelling, garbage feeding monster. Because if in order for you to feel better about the fact that you're a piece of shit, instead of going to therapy or taking a hard look at yourself, you try to guilt trip people into feeling bad that they thought that they maybe bullied you into ending your whole life, bullying that you honestly deserved. Like, and then to just like, oh my god, like, I don't know. Take a shot for every time I say like. It is my I will not be paying for your ambulance. Anyways. Yeah, no, I was just like I was genuinely like the things that like not really anything kind of surprises me on the internet nowadays. I mean, there's like actual genocide happening just like live on social media, and there's like I don't know, like maybe 25% of the world is trying to pretend like it's not happening or something. It's very strange. It's very odd. It's like that recent Google AI search where someone was like, if you don't look down, can you run off a cliff? And it's like, yeah, you can stay in air as long as you don't notice that you're off the cliff. And I'm like, oh my fucking god. Now the internet really is trying to make us all stupid. Like, sorry, taking a break from absolutely dunking on some of these absolutely abhorrent people who do horrible shit instead of trying to work on themselves. Um, the fact that the internet is like trying so hard to make us all stupid so that we'll just like agree to whatever bullshit that all these fucking rich people want. Like it's so weird because like for the longest time like America has prided itself on being like, oh, we're such a great amazing nation. We care so much about education and shit like that. And then the second that citizens actually started becoming educated and deciding that actually the systems that brought us here are completely fucked and we want to change them, it's like actually I don't think you need it. I don't think you need any of that actually. Actually no, let's not do that. Let's not. You guys are too you I don't know. I think you guys got the wrong idea of what's going on here. And it shows. It really shows. And it's very 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 stupid. to be completely honest. Absolutely sad and pathetic that instead of just acknowledging that maybe who you are as a person, the ideas that you were brought up on are flawed, and understanding that you as one singular human being are not finite in any way, shape, or form. You do not know everything. You are not the smartest person in the room, but you've been told so by mommy and daddy and everyone around you, that you are so brilliant and such a rising star and such a big player and such a big name, and like, take the glazing elsewhere, okay? That's all I have to say. You have to stop and realize that you are one motherfucker on this goddamn wet ass rock with another 8 billion of the rest of us who are equally just as dumb, stupid, and bored, and are trying our best to just survive day to day. And that's just including humans. That's not including all the other animals that we shit and piss on every day and destroy their environments and destroy their homes and wonder why they're coming into ours. Why are all the birds tearing our roofs off? Why are all the raccoons and all our garbage? And all the animals are just suddenly coming into the cities. Well, we've kind of burned down and polluted and destroyed everything else, so why wouldn't they? This is where all the shit is, right? They want some shit too. Now back to dunking on humans. Next up on the list of people who probably should apologize. Again, I don't know. I don't remember if James Somerton apologized for his latest. Not, I genuinely don't care. I think you should leave the internet and pick up a Wendy's application. Next, in praise of shadows. In praise of shadows, a quote unquote arrogant, very racist fucking leftist, quote unquote, that made a hit piece that was supposedly about conservative media and wound up just being a grown ass man crying on Maine because someone else who operates in the same genre as him has shit that he wants. And instead of accepting that maybe he needs to step his fucking game up, maybe start thinking that, oh, it's all his fault, it's all their fault, they're all they're they have guns and they take advantage of Nikocado, avocado, and boo 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 boo. You, I know that, like, literally everyone this man named has been like, yeah, nah, don't bully this dude. But honestly, he needs to be bullied. I'm glad that people bullied this man into taking that video down and hiding on Discord talking about, guys, do you think I can come back from this? I think you should have accepted a long time ago that your content is not as good as what it is. You are not as good of a person as you think you are. You should have sat down and really consider your life before you just went after people. And, like, don't get me wrong, I don't know who Donut Operator is beyond Oopaville saying, like, yeah, I love Donut Operator and people fucking hate that guy. Or Brandon Buckingham. Like, I've heard his name before, and the only thing I know about Brandon Buckingham is that he wanted to beat Sneeko's ass. That's like all I know of that guy. So I mean, like, in my book, yeah, nah, definitely. I mean, anyone trying to whoop Sneeko's ass, including gosh, who was the guy that recently fucking turned Sneeko's face in the putty, just like brain damage that man permanently for the rest of his life. And I mean, yeah, Buddy stays standing. He sure is a fucking survivor. But man, if I think of his name, or if I don't, it doesn't matter. I'll just, like, I'll edit it in here somewhere. But yeah, in Praise of Shadows, definitely like, I hope you're looking for a job, because what, like, I've never watched any of your content before. I've never heard of you before, and I'm glad I haven't. And it's funny because I genuinely do like the horror community, although I'm not a horror movie girl. I'm more of a horror game girl. That's where my autism lies. Instead of it being trains, it's like video games and like animals, I guess. So that's like where my autism goes. But yeah, so, like, when it comes to, like, horror, my god, the gaming horror community, especially analog horror, holy shit, some of the Five Nights at Freddy's analog horror, like, from Baddington, or gosh, Postra? Oh my god. Like, and, like, even people that just talk about it, like, yeah, or I'll put some more people in here. I can't think of people's names off, like, off rip. unfortunately, because I haven't. I'm thinking so much about people that have really just pissed me the fuck off, and yeah, sorry for the people that do make great content. That's actually very fun to watch and very interesting. Oh, Plane Trace. I love Plane Trace. I know a lot of people can't stand their voice, but like such fun content, you know? Like I enjoy it so much. So like there's definitely like if you're looking to get into some good horror creators, definitely pointing you guys towards some decent horror creators on the gaming side, cuz there's a lot of fun there. There's a lot of fun, there's a lot of good people too. From what I've seen. I've seen a lot of good decent people. And my goodness, it just oof. And just the next person on this thing you did that you probably fucking shouldn't is some dickhead named Master Uguay who just like wants to say nigga for whatever reason. And I'm not even sure if he's like nigger or nigga. I don't actually know. I haven't gone to watch the content, and everything else that I've seen everybody else say is like it's like bleeped out. So, and they just like people also say like just the N word, and every time I hear the N word, I'm like, I don't know what you mean. I'm black. I say nigga regularly in my life. Like it just is one of those things. And it's funny because I didn't grow up saying it. Not really. And I grew up in like all black neighborhood and shit like that. I was born, so first of all, I was my parents' oops baby. I was born when they were in their like kind of suburban era. So like I like even though I like grew up in Cincinnati, it's like I had people ask me for years, like, where are you from? And I'm like, Kennedy Heights. And like even like me saying what neighborhood I grew up in, like a lot of people who live in Cincinnati are from Cincinnati, or like, where the hell is that? Like, and I've only met one person. I've met one person. This is so crazy. In the entire time that I've lived in the city since I was like almost 8. So like almost over 20 years I've lived in the city. That's why I just tell people like I'm from Cincinnati. Like I love and hate all the shitty chili. I love and hate our crazy milkshake shop chain. I love all our weird pig and squirrel statues. And the fact that apparently we have the greatest pickleball courts in the region. What the fuck is that about? Like like Cincinnati just picks the dumbest shit to be like we have this, and we're like, but why? Like we have a huge problem with cars. We have like the King's Auto Mall is like the biggest, they're like the second largest Midwest auto mall in the Midwest or some shit. Like we have a fucking problem. Like we literally, I'm pretty sure if it wasn't like, and I'm saying this is just off of my theory, cuz like years and years ago when I was a teenager. See, now I'm getting into my like how much I love and hate this fucking city because of how weird and stupid it is, and not even talking about the people I hate. I'll get back to people I hate, but first we gotta go back to this dumbass city. Um, like back when I was like a teenager, there was apparently like construction started to like revitalize our subways and shit, and like by so when they got done building it, they were like, oh no, we built the train tunnels too small, so we can't actually get cars in them. So all these millions of dollars that we just spent to build a fucking like working subway system was just wasted. Oh no, guess we just have to close it up and close it off and never think or talk about it ever again. And you know, now that I'm an adult and I'm like, sure would be nice if I didn't have to fucking drive everywhere. Like, so, like, I don't get me wrong, I love driving fast. I love my car. But it would be nice if I could just be like, man, I want to go hop on the train and go to like hop on a train over like up to Westchester, some shit like that. Just like that, because it's like a 30-minute drive from where I am, but it's like a 30-minute train ride, like just like a like walk down the street, maybe 15 minutes down the street, go hop on the train, take a 30-minute train ride up to like the like big shopping centers and shit, like, or like maybe I want to hit up like one of the big parks or some shit that we have, like which are like usually like on the outskirts, or like even to like, because we have like major colleges too, why not have like a tram system that goes between like downtown and UC and Xavier, And like, or like, why not have like a train that goes for, I guarantee, like, a train running from Westchester to downtown would go so fucking crazy, because like that whole, like, and they just keep expanding the highways too, and it's like it doesn't make traffic any better. Trust me, getting home from work was like, like in the morning I knew depending on what time I left to get to work, like, yo, I can literally just gun it and I'll be there in 20 minutes. It's fine. So normally that's like my morning wake up routine. It's like, all right, gotta get to work and only be like 5 minutes late. Let's hit it. But like, man, getting off and not having to fucking stay alive and conscious through fucking afternoon traffic when everyone's pissed off and tired and just trying to get fucking home, or you got the people that are going to work, which, like, man, I work third shift. I love third shift. I prefer third shift, honestly. And if it was more available in the pharmacy field, god, I would live for that shit. Yeah, no, like, it definitely just goes to show, like, man, we would be so much better off if we did have better public transport. Like, I cannot tell you how happy I honestly, like, as much as I don't really care for public transport, because it's like just like the time frame in which it takes to get anywhere, because of the way our transport is set up. Like, it's like, this takes so long. But it's like, it would be nice if I'm just like going to do something leisurely and I could just like hop on a bus. Like, I mean, I could. I mean, I have buses in my area, but again, it's like they don't go everywhere. And I hear that they actually are a lot better than they used to be. And there's even, I mean, like, even now, like, ride sharing, which is fine. Like, and don't get me wrong, like, I can't say I've had like a bad, as a passenger, I can't say I've had a bad ride sharing experience. Like, to be completely honest, like, every single driver I've had has either had like a cool car, was like very nice, or they just like were talking on the phone, and I was just like, hey, I'll be in the back listening to music. Like, it was very cool, very cool. But like, man, yeah, no, we as Americans really have just, we have to really let go of like just that rugged individualism and realize, because like right now the rugged individualism is literally killing everything, because we keep handing individuals the reins to things that need to be run collectively. One man cannot manage these things. See why Twitter died. See why OpenAI's fucking CEO is such a freak for Scarlett Johansson. Like, they're, you cannot give these giant things to one person when we as creatures are social for a reason. We need we need to cooperate and work together as a community. Is literally how humans had to, like, this is literally what we did to get this far. And now we've hit this point where it's like, we all can, like, the whole bootstraps lie, like, it's false, and it's always been false. It's like, yeah, you can pull yourself up by the bootstraps, but a lot of times it's teamwork and cooperation that gets us anywhere. So it really honestly pisses me off even more when you do have chuckle fucks like these people who decide to take advantage of the goodwill of others, and not even take advantage of the goodwill of others, sometimes just outright fucking steal from them and claim it as their own and pretend like you're such a better person. And it's so fucking crazy, because you would not have gotten anywhere without someone else having an idea and a passion and a drive to make something amazing. It is the fundamental basis of what makes humans so successful, our ability to cooperate, to socialize. We can do better. We can. We have to stop sitting here and thinking that, it's me or no one. No, it well, yeah, that is, if it's either going to be you or no one. That's why so many people are so fucking lonely and are so fucking afraid of each other, don't know how to fucking act, and they do shit like this where they pretend to have a fucking miscarriage for Patreon clicks. It's people like this that need to go outside and touch grass and talk to people because you've gotten so far up your own ass that you think that what you're about to do is a great fucking idea, and there's no one around you who cares enough to tell you that that's not gonna end up well. Because it's people, it's when you have people around you that love and care about you, and you're also willing to accept their love and care, that you are willing to listen to others around you, accept criticism, accept that you're not right, you're not the end all be all. Sometimes your feelings are just fucking hurt and you want to cry about it. We all do. But that's not the way to do it, is by going after other people. Especially in a way that like manipulates them emotionally. I cannot tell you how many times I saw the fucking clips from the video from Caroline Cuntstar where she just like the crying and the throwing yourself around like, I can't have a kid, I can't have it. Like, dude, when I was 20, I was talking to a doctor about how they had to get the dead baby out of me. So I wasn't partying. I wasn't lying about this shit. I wasn't goofing around on the internet or even telling anybody about it. Like, it's so insane and insufferable to think that someone would just be like, this is, the kids are really gonna clap now. This is really gonna get the boys and girls going. Like, no. You absolute fucking troglodyte moron. This was the worst idea you could have put forth, and I'm very sorry that there weren't people in your life that cared enough to say, don't do that. Sometimes people giving you advice or trying to stop you is because of love. It's because they want to see you do well. It's because they want to see you having a good time. And they know that by doing this, it is in fact not going to be a good time. Not for you, not for the people that have to see this, and not for the avalanche of bullshit that's gonna come slamming down on your fucking head. So, in conclusion, do not, please, for the love of God, do not act like some of these people. Don't steal from your community, claim it as your own. Actually put in the fucking work to write or talk or whatever. Because me, I'm just talking. I don't have a script. I keep trying to write a script and come up with shit, and it hasn't worked. And me just sitting here doing nothing about it is going to continue to not work. So this is me attempting to put in the work and get better at being a creator, because it's what I want to do. I'm just a fucking bitch about it, and my feelings are hurt by the fact that I am a bitch about it. But you know what? I'm sitting here yelling at you motherfuckers anyway. So, in conclusion, don't act like any of these fucking people, or you're gonna have people bitching and moaning at you on the goddamn internet. Good night.